back to my channel. Today I'm going to do something like a little crafty, I guess, because I have all of these magazines from Kera. They don't exist anymore like physically, but I have a lot of old ones and I really wanted to do something with them. So today I'm going to do a fashion journal thing and kind of show you what you can do with your old magazines and ways to get new inspiration for fashion and makeup and hair and all of that good stuff. And also because I have been so bored lately and I really wanted to do something creative, but that doesn't have too much pressure. So I think it's a nice thing to do if you have a lot of magazines like I do. And yeah, you're going to need your magazines and a scissor or razor blade or something to cut out the different pieces you think are suitable for your aesthetic, or yeah, just take anything you think is appealing to you. So I'm just going to cut out some pages, or if it's just a small thing I want, I'm going to just cut out the piece that I want. So what you want to look for is just things that you find inspiring. It doesn't need to be a fashion magazine necessarily, it can be anything really, but just cut out the pieces that you think look nice or you feel inspired by. So you can see I'm taking quite many pieces and from a lot of different aesthetics, and that is because I want to be inspired by more than one aesthetic and yeah, just look at different things, because if you just look at this one specific style or specific colors only, you might, not evolve your own style if that's something you want to do. So yeah, be open-minded, and if you like something that isn't necessarily your style, that is okay as well. I think you can cut out anything, and that's kind of the point when you do this, that you might find a new style or something new that you might want to try, like different color combinations or different textiles or just a different silhouette, it can be anything. So in this magazine, obviously it is Kera, so it's J Fashion and a lot of Lolita and Kera and Fairy K. And I think this magazine is from maybe 2017 or 16. It is quite old, but I find that this kind of fashion doesn't get old. If you know what I mean, it's so out there, so it's not really following any trends. So I think it's good to, look back at what people have worn, before, and so that you don't get too swallowed up by the trends of today, because the trends of today really pass by so fast. So instead I like to look back at, older photos and take some inspiration from there. And of course I'm taking out a lot of Lolita here. As you can see, there is, big pages of, just one set or, one print. And I think it's also fun to, just do a little appreciation post, in your fashion journal. If you have this certain print that you really like, you might find one of those pages that features just that one print, and you can do a little tribute to those prints that you like. And I have found some of those actually, like Sugar Dream Dome. I think I did a little appreciation post in my fashion journal, and it's really fun to just have a record of the prints that you like physically, just instead of just having it on your phone or computer or something like that. But maybe that's just me. I like to have physical things to look at, so that is what I'm going to do. And also remember to check, both sides of the pages when you cut out, so that you just don't cut directly, but look at what's on the back side as well. Or you might regret cutting something that you didn't want to cut. So please be aware of that. And if you don't have any magazines like this, maybe it's fun to look at what they was like, because I know that Kera stopped printing a few years ago, so maybe not everyone has one of these magazines, so take a look, I guess. It was very fun. Now that you have all your pieces cut out, you probably have a big bunch like me and big pages and stuff, so you might want to look through what you have cut out and separate after aesthetic, so that you have, maybe if you like a lot of pastel, maybe you sort out a bunch of pastel themed images so that you have a coherent theme for your page in your fashion journal. And when you have done that, you can start to cut out the pieces in any way, shape or form you'd like. Sometimes you might want to cut out a whole person, like I'm doing here, but other times you might want to have a big chunk or even cover the whole page, so that you're not cutting out the persons, but rather have pages or other shapes. I don't know, do whatever you want. I'm just showing you how you can do it, so there's no rules. You do whatever you want. And I would suggest to cut out a little bigger than you want the first time, so that you can check later if you want to cut out more. It's just my preference to do it that way, so that it's easy to cut away, but you can't really add any paper or glue it, or I guess you could, but it won't look just as nice. And sometimes you don't want to cut too close to the edge, because I don't know, sometimes that looks better. And you can see that I am going with a pastel theme for this one, and I found a lot of Yumi Kawaii / Fairy K stuff in this magazine, and I guess that was a thing back then, more than it is now maybe. So here I have all my pieces, and it is very pastel and very cutesy, so I think that is my theme. So I'm taking my book or my fashion journal, and I'm going to just kind of place the pictures how I think I want them to be, just check how much I can fit in on my page. Usually I try to fit in as much as I can and just really squeeze it together, so I need to just map out how I want the pieces to sit before I commit to gluing anything down. I would really recommend doing this, and yeah, it's kind of fun to just placing this little puzzle of pieces together, and I'm just showing you how mine is looking right now. So I'm going to go and glue this down, and here I'm going to show you my finished result. And the layout changed quite a bit actually. It usually does that when you start gluing things down. You might want to change the position of your pictures, but yeah. It looks like this, and you can see that I've added some washi tape at the borders of the page, as well as ripped pieces that I have just, placed in various places because it looks nice. It is a great opportunity to utilize any washi tape if you have any of those. I think it makes the pages extra cute if you decide to add some tape. And I would suggest just ripping it with your fingers, because sometimes you want this a little more rough textures on your tape, and placing it as stickers and kind of on each other, and just go crazy with any stationery you have. Maybe you want to draw something, or maybe have some stickers left over that you want to use. I think I have some stickers here as well. And I'm going to show you some other pages. This one I have cut out whole pages and kind of have the whole page covered by one piece of paper, and then glue down other pieces of paper on that. Wow, really good explanation here, but you can see it's kind of another style of collage. And here I have another one. This one is more Yumi Kawaii, I guess. And you can see I have used the same techniques here with the washi tape and stickers. And I do use this book for other things as well, just as sketching, or maybe I want to do some research on blouses like here, just to check different styles of blouses and some accessories here. And maybe I want to look at coats or yeah, just random things that I have found. And yeah, that was my journal. I hope you enjoyed looking at my stuff and maybe got some inspiration as well. And I hope you leave this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!